Voicing a video game character offers actors the opportunity to bring a character to life while reaching a whole different audience, so it's no wonder more and more A-listers are snagging roles in video games, and some do a pretty good job at it too. Welcome back to The Binger. Fans were ecstatic when Keanu Reeves appeared on stage at E3 2019 to announce his role in the game Cyberpunk 2077. Reeves is far from the only famous actor to moonlight in video games though. From voicing a character to motion capture performances, video games can offer unique opportunities for stars. In this video, we're taking a look at some of the Hollywood actors who've appeared in video games. Emma Stone is a versatile actress whose star has continued to rise as she's appeared in both blockbuster and indie movies. She first gained notice in Superbad, played Peter Parker's first love Gwen Stacy in The Amazing Spider-Man, and even earned an Academy Award for La La Land. One of her lesser-known roles was voicing the character of Amanda Cartwright in the 2012 video game Sleeping Dogs. Stone played the love interest of the crime-based game's protagonist. In a promo for the game, Stone says that people thought it was cool that she got to do a video game. Stone might have thought it was cool too at the time, but she hasn't lent her voice to another video game character since.
I'd like to sign up for some kung fu classes.
Samuel L. Jackson has appeared in quite a few video games over the years. He's reprised his role as Jedi Mace Windu in a LEGO Star Wars game and S.H.I.E.L.D. agent Nick Fury in games like Disney's Infinity 3.0. But his work in video games hasn't been limited to tie-ins to his movie roles. He also voiced the character of corrupt police officer Frank Tenpenny in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Jackson lends swagger to almost everything he does, and his GTA role was no exception. Through his voice, he conveys every ounce of casual cool as he does in his movie roles. In this case, he brought some serious menace to his character as well. Jackson has claimed he's not an especially talented gamer, but his talent for acting definitely shined through in his GTA voice work. He even won an award for his role at the Spike Video Game Awards in 2004.
Things are going pretty well for you, Carl.
For a segment of the population, Kristen Bell will always be Veronica Mars, TV's beloved teen PI. For many more, she's known as the voice behind Princess Anna in Disney's Frozen. And most recently, she's starred in the hilarious philosophical sitcom The Good Place. Whether she's appearing on camera or taking a voice role, Bell's distinctive vocals and witty attitude elevate everything she does. And that includes the video games she's participated in. Of course, like many a famous Disney voice star, Bell has continued to play Anna in multiple Disney Infinity games. However, for gamers, she may be best known for voicing Lucy Stillman in the Assassin's Creed series. In 3 games, Bell helps guide the main character Desmond through his missions. Her natural intelligence and unflappable demeanor help ground the game's often convoluted plot. The character's appearance is also supposed to be modeled after Bell, even though the resemblance isn't that obvious.
I know it's difficult, but try to compartmentalize.
Liam Neeson has a unique Hollywood career. He initially rose to international prominence as the title character in Schindler's List. Since then, he's done everything from playing the Jedi Qui-Gon Jinn to the pioneering real-life scientist Alfred Kinsey. More recently, he's become an action star in movies like Taken and Non-Stop. No matter what he does though, the actor's gravelly baritone lends gravitas to the proceedings. And that's one of the reasons his turn as the protagonist's father, James, in the game Fallout 3 is so successful. While the character he plays doesn't look much like him, Neeson's voice is unmistakable, and his work on the game is a testament to the nuanced range of emotions he's able to convey with just his voice. In fact, according to producers, they imagined Neeson saying the words they were writing as they scripted the dramatic part of the game. Neeson definitely lived up to their expectations.
I'm glad to hear it.
Since vaulting into the A-list in 2010 with the movie Kick-Ass, Chloë Grace Moretz has an eclectic career. She's starred in horror films like Let Me In and prestige picks like The Cloud of Sils Maria. She even appeared in Martin Scorsese's movie Hugo. Amidst all that versatile big screen experience, she made time to voice the character of a young Lady Emily Caldwin in the 2012 video game Dishonored. Moretz was only 15 at the time, but she definitely made an impression. Video game fans loved her interpretation of the character who's kidnapped in the wake of her mother's untimely demise. As a result, fans were disappointed when she didn't return to voice the role in the 2016 follow-up game. By that time though, the character was supposed to be older, so Moretz was replaced by an older voice actor.
I am going to be in this.
Another Brit with an instantly recognizable voice is Patrick Stewart. Stewart is a Shakespearean actor, and his voice conveys all the authoritative dignity expected from someone who's appeared in classic plays. Of course, for us pop culture fans, Stewart is best known for two distinct characters. He famously played Star Trek The Next Generation's Jean-Luc Picard and was Charles Xavier in the X-Men movies. His legacy would be secure with those roles alone. However, Stewart also had quite a career as a voice behind numerous video game characters. One of his most successful video game outings was as Emperor Uriel Septim in The Elder Scrolls IV: Oblivion. He's the one who delivers the whole Chosen One speech to the player. And with Stewart telling you you're destined for big things, it's hard not to believe him. Given his accomplished performance, it's no surprise that he won a Best Performance Award at the 2006 Spike Video Game Awards. Stewart also voiced Zobek in Castlevania Lords of Shadow and reprised his Star Trek and X-Men roles in numerous tie-in games.
But in your face I behold the sun's companion.
Speaking of The Elder Scrolls IV: Oblivion, Stewart isn't the only famous voice heard in it. Sean Bean also provided vocals for a character in the game. In fact, Bean's character, Martin Septim, was the son of Stewart's. Like Stewart, Bean is also known for two wildly popular pop culture franchises. However, his characters didn't have the longevity enjoyed by Stewart's characters. Bean played the doomed member of the Fellowship of the Ring, Boromir, in the Lord of the Rings series. He also played doomed patriarch Eddard Stark in Game of Thrones. Things looked like they could be rosier after the Elder Scrolls Oblivion crisis. Bean's character's fate at the end of the game was more ambiguous, at least, and Bean even expressed interest in voicing the role again in the sequel. Unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be.
And we'll be ready to open a portal to Manca Cameron's realm.
Bean's Lord of the Rings co-star Elijah Wood also has taken on several video game roles since his time as Frodo Baggins. In fact, he played Frodo in multiple Lord of the Rings tie-in games. He also voiced the character Mumble in the animated movie Happy Feet and its video game. However, as a gamer in his own right, Wood has also been heard as multiple characters in other games, and they haven't always been human. He voiced the title dragon Spyro in the Legend of Spyro trilogy, and more recently he played the lead character Shea Volta in the game Broken Age. Wood got the role by tweeting his excitement about the game and following the developers. They reached out to Wood about the role and, as he said, made my dreams come true.
I'm sick of being a prisoner on this ship.
Well before Hayden Panettier became famous for playing Claire Bennett on the TV show Heroes, she lent her voice to the first Kingdom Hearts game. Panettier has since become known for her work in television. Most recently, she played country music star Juliette Barnes in Nashville. However, her voiceover acting in the Kingdom Hearts series hasn't been forgotten. Panettier played one of the game's main characters, Kairi. However, after Kingdom Hearts 2, she wasn't invited back for subsequent games in the franchise and was replaced by other actors.
Not today. Sorry.
Martin Sheen has one of the most soothing, reassuring voices in the business. He's had a storied career on the big and small screens, but today he's probably best known for playing President Bartlett on The West Wing. However, he hasn't done a great deal of voice acting in video games. That's part of what makes his appearance in the Mass Effect video game series so special. Sheen took on the role of the Elusive Man in the second and third games of the series. While the Elusive Man started out as a supporting character, he eventually became a full-blown antagonist. Sheen brought a lot to the role, and his co-stars said he became quite involved in his performance. Ironically though, Sheen has said he could never figure out how to play the game he performed in.
Enjoy your chat, but don't overstay your welcome.
Gary Oldman is a chameleon of an actor. In his lengthy movie career, his characters have spanned a wide range of personalities, voices, and looks, and he's played a number of big-name characters. One of the most famous roles includes Jim Gordon in the Dark Knight trilogy and Sirius Black in the Harry Potter series. He also won an Oscar for his portrayal of Winston Churchill in The Darkest Hour. Over the years, Oldman has also done some voice acting in video games. One of his most well-known roles was Ignitus, the dragon mentor to the main character in the Spyro the Dragon series. He's also taken on the dual role of Sergeant Victor Reznov and Daniel Clark in the Call of Duty games, World at War and Black Ops. Oldman has discussed the challenges of recording loud battle scenes for games. He said that only after a short time he needs to step outside and walk around, take a Tylenol.
Things will change, my friend.
Ellen Page received an Academy Award nomination for her breakout turn in Juno, one of the roles she's still best known for. However, she's also played characters with special powers like Kitty Pryde in the X-Men series and Vanya Hargreaves in The Umbrella Academy. And her role in the video game Beyond Two Souls falls right in line with these characters. In the game, Page voices and performs the motion capture for protagonist Jodie Holmes, so it's no wonder that the character, who has supernatural abilities, looks just like her. Page said she appeared in the game because it was more emotionally complex than traditional video games. However, the project also required the actress to get through a 2,000-page script.
I just want to go out and have friends and be like other girls my age.
John Goodman is an accomplished actor who's utterly perfect in every role he's played, and he's embodied a wide range of characters from Dan Connor in Roseanne to a doomsday prepper in 10 Cloverfield Lane. He's also used his distinct voice to play several animated characters in noteworthy movies like Monsters, Inc. and The Emperor's New Groove. However, he's spent less time voicing video game characters that aren't tied in with his movie work. Yet he does have a couple of video game performances under his belt. One of those was in the largely overlooked 1996 parody of the PC game Myst. More recently, he played Dan Hagar in the shooter Rage. He's the first character the player comes in contact with in the game. Surprisingly though, his casting had nothing to do with his past voice work. Instead, the character the game creators designed reminded them of the character Goodman played in The Big Lebowski. They figured that this was reason enough to ask him to lend his voice to their game.
I put a lot at risk to save you.
Of all of the Hollywood A-listers we've mentioned, one of the best known for voice acting may be Mark Hamill. Hamill will always be famous for playing Luke Skywalker in the Star Wars movies. However, many fans also know him for his legendary run voicing the Joker on numerous Batman TV shows. Hamill also famously played the Clown Prince of Crime across the Arkham video game series, and for fans, his Joker is as iconic as that of The Dark Knight's Heath Ledger. Plus, Hamill enjoyed playing the character so much that even though he's announced his retirement several years ago, he's continued on in the role.
Nicely done, Bats. You deserve a prize.
Which of these video game performances by Hollywood actors is your favorite? Are there others that you love that we didn't mention? Share away in the comments. And if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to The Binger for more awesome content. Thanks for watching.